topic number one today is bat nipples. Okay.
They've returned.
And to some of you, that will make sense. If you were over the age of about 35, when I said bat nipples, you immediately went, what? And why am I saying bat nipples? Because of the Flash movie.
Michael Keaton, best
No,
Batman.
but, so here's the thing, but Michael Keaton didn't have the bat nipples, if you recall, right? He had
He didn't too.
No, he didn't. They didn't bring the bat nipples, and I'm going to get to that in a second.
I know which one it was. But
So
continue.
the Flash movie is out now, and from all accounts, it's really, really good. There's some mildly questionable CGI. We're going to start off in non-spoiler territory. No, Val Kilmer didn't even have bat nipples. Val Kilmer still had the rubberized suit, but not the bat nipples.
What?
No, he did not.
I could have sworn it was Kilmer.
It was not Kilmer.
Now I have to do bat nipple research.
You have to do bat nipple research.
Was it Clooney?
It was Clooney's Batman, but we're going to talk about. See, somebody in the chat got it. It was Clooney's Batman. So here's the thing. So obviously the stuff that you know, Flash goes back. This is based on the Flashpoint comic book storyline. Flash goes back in time to save his mom. When he comes back forward in time, oh no, the universe has changed.
Here's nipples now.
Batfleck is gone, and now it's Keaton, right? And he meets a younger version of himself, where he, and so with himself, he must battle. We're going to stay out of spoilers for a minute, but we're going to talk spoilers.
We'll tell you
Soon. And so mute the tab when we get into spoiler territory. Yeah, everything about this film, everybody says it's great. It's really good.
Good.
I know there's some controversy with Ezra. Ezra did come to the premiere, but did not take questions from the press for that thing.
I mean, good idea.
I read the statement that they made at the premiere, and I think that whether they wrote it or their PR team, I think it was really well done. They thanked Warner Brothers for their patience and grace with the situation that's been going on with them for some time now. They're obviously still in the middle of some of their legal troubles, and they're getting treatment. And from what we know, they are trying to do better. I agree with a lot of the other commentators. I don't think Ezra should ever be the Flash again. I think that they have burned that bridge.
I mean, I think everybody understood that, like, it's already filmed. Yeah,
We got to do it.
we can't spend another, like, 30 million refilm.
One of my favorite commentators put it this way. Ezra Miller is a hired hand, right? Mm-hmm. This is Andy Muschietti's film. This is the screenwriter's film, right? So as to when it came out, there's some fan preview stuff coming. And actually, we're going to talk about that because there's some interesting stuff that happened with some of the preview stuff yet. There's one thing I have to spoil. I'm sorry. I got to do it.
I will flash my hands
and
like
he will
this.
Pete will flash his hands, and you can mute the tab for a couple of minutes. But there's some stuff that happens in this that I'm very curious about how it's going to affect the future of the DCU. So the Flash is out. So he goes back in time, he does stuff, they do things, and they come back and forth, and Keaton's in it, and everybody tells me that Keaton does a phenomenal job.
Of course he does.
Sasha Calle does a phenomenal job. Mm-hmm. So somebody in the chat said, this is not Flash, this is Batman 3. Batman's still a supporting character. Batman is not the main character. They did a lot of that with the marketing, I think, to get away from Ezra and the Ezra problems. They didn't want the Ezra problem.
Plus, let's be real, Batman's kind of the DCU anchor.
Batman is one of the Holy Trinity.
Yeah.
Right? Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Okay? And so bringing Keaton back was a cool choice. And so for our younger viewers, or anybody that didn't know, so Warner Brothers has actually had DC, has owned DC since 1967. Right? Now, Batman... The first Batman with Michael Keaton came out. It was directed by Tim Burton, right?
Yes,
and it was a very Burton-esque film. And it was Michael Keaton, and they did, it was the Jack Nicholson Joker, which I thought he made a pretty interesting Joker. It's definitely a very different Joker than what you're used to, especially nowadays. But he did a really good Joker. And Keaton did two films, Batman and Batman Returns. The first one with Joker, and then they started the kind of two-villain trend with Batman Returns because you had Catwoman and the Penguin.
Danny DeVito as the Penguin.
As the Penguin.
Oh my God.
Okay. Something happened between Burton and Warner Brothers. And again, all this is going to relate to the Flash movie in a minute, so stick with us. Burton had some issues with Warner Brothers, so Warner Brothers switched to Joel Schumacher, right? And they recast Batman as Val Kilmer. Mm-hmm. Now, The interesting thing about this is, it was always, especially in this era of film, you gotta remember this is all pre-MCU, pre-everything, right? These are early comic book movie days.
Yep.
It was the same universe. It was just a recast, right? That Val Kilmer refers to events in Batman and Batman Returns, right? The Val Kilmer Batman does. And for the continuity, they kept the same Alfred, same Commissioner Gordon, same of a bunch of people.
Right.
The big change was Batman. And then with the Val Kilmer Batman, we get Chris O'Donnell as Robin. That's the intro, is Chris O'Donnell as Robin.
Yeah.
And our two villain there was our Jim Carrey Riddler and our Tommy Lee Jones Two-Face, right? It's so 90s it hurts.
That's right. Tommy Lee Jones was Two-Face.
It's so 90s. It's great. Then there was another issue with the studio, and Kilmer walked away. Kilmer was like, nope, not doing it again, right? So that was Kilmer's Batman. So they recast Batman as George Clooney. Again, same universe. Chris O'Donnell comes back, he returns as Robin, and we make the final one in this 4-movie set. And a lot of people would like to set, they're not. They're the same series, right?
Yeah, they didn't repeat villains, did they?
No, and then the last set of the double villain again, so 90s, was Arnie, good old Arnold Schwarzenegger as
In his
Mr. Freeze,
heyday.
right? And Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy. And then we also have the introduction of Batgirl, played by Alicia Silverstone in that film, who they retconned her origin. She's related to Alfred in this series. But keep in mind, again, this is all the same one. The Keaton Batman in that series was the Clooney Batman. They're all the same guy.
Okay.
They just kept recasting,
Okay.
right?
So I'm guessing that they chose Keaton as like the Batman for that quadrilogy. They
So
didn't bring in.
you'd think,
Did I flash my hands?
pretty soon.
Okay.
Okay, so we have this. Now, the George Clooney one is when they introduced bat nipples. And that was the first movie. They gave the Batman suit nipples, and everybody went, why? Why, Joel Schumacher? Why did you do it? Why did you do it? And then he also had the Bat credit card, and it was just, and the Clooney one was the epitome of cheese. Don't mention the horror of Clooney. Just wait. Just wait. Okay? So, we have the Bat credit card, we have the stuff. It's super cheesy. We get the super cheesy lines from Arnold, things like that. Now, the Clooney Batman is largely blamed now for messing that franchise. Like, Batman's dead now. Because it takes them 10 years before they come back to the well, before Warner Brothers comes back with one of the most popular comic book characters of all time, but they come back with the Christian Bale, Christopher Nolan Batman.
Yeah, they came back hard.
They came back hard. Okay, TikTok chat's like, what did you do to the Ice Age? Okay. So now with Flash movie, we know Michael Keaton's in it. That's been all over the previews.
Yeah.
That's not a spoiler, right? We see the classic Batmobile in the thingy. He has the line, "You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts."
Let's get nuts.
Right? From the first movie. That's all great. So,
Nipples cut through the air.
2 months ago, so here's where I'm not going to get into spoilers. 2 months ago, and I started hearing rumors about this 3 weeks ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago. At CinemaCon this year, which happened 2 months ago, they screened the entirety, or what they said was the entirety, of the Flash movie for all of the theater owners, so they could build some hype for it.
Okay.
And everybody's like, this is a great movie, da-da-da-da-da. At the end, then there's a cut to black, right? Go to the credits. And everybody thought that was the end.
Right.
It's not. They didn't show the real ending to the cinema owners. Okay? Last couple of days they've been doing previews of the thing. Now, you can actually go see it today if you want to go see it. Okay?
Okay.
So,
Now
go
I'm
ahead
gonna
and
see
flash your hands on the screen. Mute
Spoilers.
it if you don't want to hear this. But for those of you talking about Clooney. So, Barry does a double back and forth with his time travel. Here's your spoilers, okay? So, end of the movie, this Flashpoint, right? We all know how the Flashpoint movie story goes. Barry goes back, saves his mom, fucks up the multiverse. Okay, can't do that. Goes back in time again, chooses not to save his mom because his mom, it's like a fixed point in time. We're going to talk about that when we get to Spider-Verse, right? Goes back forward, goes, wait, I can still save my dad because his dad's alibi wasn't there. And so he goes back in time again, moves the can of tomatoes that his dad has to go to the store for so that his dad looks up at the camera so they can prove his dad wasn't home when his mom died. Okay? So in the film, he goes back, he moves the camera, and he goes back forward in time. And he walks up to Bruce. It's George Clooney.
Oh. I see.
Clooney's in the movie.
So
Clooney is the final Batman in the film.
So that's kind of like that movement changed everything, sort of butterfly effect type of
And
deal?
so the first one, so we start the movie with Batfleck,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
And Batman basically tells him, when you go back in time and do stuff, it's going to change things. So when he goes back in time and saves his mother and comes forward again,
Yeah.
Batfleck has been replaced by Michael Keaton. Right? So it's become a different Batman because he changed history.
Oh.
When he goes back a second time to do the tomato trick, now keeping in mind, Keaton, Kilmer, and Clooney were all the same Batman.
Yeah.
When he
Okay.
comes back forward in time, it's Clooney. He's replaced Keaton with Clooney.
That's pretty fucking brilliant. I'm digging that. Okay, now I want to see the movie.
Okay.
Should I flash?
You might want to wait one more minute.
Okay.
So here's the interesting thing, and this is why. And I can't find any confirmation or not confirmation. We know, because James Gunn has said, the future of the DCU, what the first 4 or 5 films are, right?
Okay. Good.
We know the first Batman film they're doing in the new DCU is based on the Brave and the Bold, right?
Okay.
Which involves Damian Wayne. It's going to be an older Batman. It's going to be an older Batman whose son is now his third Robin.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So I don't know. So either this is the biggest gag in the history of fucking movies,
Yeah.
right? Or James Gunn just very quietly let everybody know that the Batman for the new DCU
Yeah.
is Clooney.
Oh, God. Okay.
Right?
Holy. This is...
And it's going to be old Batman, and Damian Wayne's going to be his son. And by this point in the timeline, this is his third Robin. So Chris O'Donnell's done being Robin. Could we get 45, 50-year-old Chris O'Donnell as Nightwing?
Dude. Does he still act?
Yeah, he does NCIS Los Angeles. He's on like season 19 or 20 of that.
Okay, fair.
With LL Cool J.
So he's just keeping his chops warm. All right.
Okay.
All right,
so,
should we flat?
So wait, one more second.
One more.
What do you think?
James Gunn directed this, or is he just leading the parade?
James Gunn's just leading the parade. Now, he's going to direct the first Superman film. And no word on Batman Brave and the Bold. But the rumor is it's Andy Muschietti, who just directed Flash.
They've been so scattered with like storytelling anthologies. This is honestly probably the best way they could have tied it all together.
Goofy, right?
Jesus.
Bat
Okay.
nipples are back.
Wow. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm gonna.
Okay. Spoilers are out.
You're
Spoilers
good.
are done. You're good.
You're good. I'm gonna type it in chat. Okay.
Did I blow your mind? A little bit?
Oh, it's a Charlie Day yarn wall. Okay. That's great. Good. I'm excited now. For the first time, I'm excited for the DC universe.
I really want to know if this is what they're doing, because if this is what they're doing, here's the thing. I love James Gunn. Like, Guardians 3 was great. He did great with the Guardians movies.
Yeah.
The second Suicide Squad movie, the one that he did, was great. Peacemaker was great.
Yeah, it was.
Right? So, here's the thing. James Gunn has guts.
Yeah,
sure.
he does.
For sure. James Gunn's got guts.
Dude.
Now, if this is the game, again, this is either the biggest gag in history or, oh my God, he is going so big with his new DCU that I don't know what to expect at this point.
For a while, I thought the DC universe was a plane that wasn't even it was just nose down, like 90 degrees to the ground. But for some, I guess he's a wizard because he seems like.
And again, he's resetting, he's doing stuff. Whoa. Now, I think we're going to get some more confirmations, probably right around Comic-Con. When is San Diego Comic-Con?
Let me check it out.
I don't know what San Diego is. Somebody in the chat, tell me when San Diego Comic-Con is.
I'm Googling now. July 20th through the 23rd this year.
Yeah, so a month. I think we're going to find out in a month. I think they've
timing.
already casted their Superman. I think I now
think so.
am firmly believing they've casted their Batman for James Gunn's new DCU. I think that's happened.
I don't want to make a joke, but it might be spoilers. But
So yeah, there you go. So there's your thumbnail.
holy crap!
Right? This is why I came in, like, I asked Pete, I came in strong this morning. I was like, I already know what topic number 1 is. I know how I'm opening it.
You think you know what the thumbnail is, but it's really just going to be a close-up of the bat nipples.
And that's what I thought it was going to be. That was what I assumed.
Hey nerds, thanks for watching. Visit gamersheavenpnw.com for our merch store, which you can get cool shirts like this and rep some of my awesome art. Also, like and subscribe for more content so we can make more videos for you.